I'm sitting here in Burger King by Willow Street where all this began. Willow Street, where I was camped out in a tent for a little while and had the beginnings of horrible nightmares happen. I wonder how many people really know what's going on out here. How many people getting ripped off, not just by the other people that are out on the streets, but also by the cops and the DPW, the Department of Public Works. It's just, it's sickening. They're constantly going around, and what they do is the cops come around, they scare everybody away from their tents because, they're, oh my goodness, the cops are there, and they run and they leave their tents and everything behind, and they have stuff in there. It's like all the belongings are there. And the DPW comes along behind it and just sweeps everything up. And the DPW yard is way down on Cesar Chavez by Evans Avenue, which is way, way down there, especially if you're homeless. Trying to get around, maybe by bus down there, and it's not easy. You're going there to pick up your stuff. How are you going to get the stuff back, and where are you going to put it? I'm kind of in that situation right now. Because that little tiny home that I paid money for, actually my mom had put up the money for it. It was supposed to be the savior, the answer to everything. I was going to be having a place where I could lock up my things during the day and get out and accomplish something, maybe get a job, maybe work and look around and go to school. I really wanted to be back in school right now, and it's very, very frustrating because I wind up babysitting all my stuff. So I'm back to friend surfing, so couch surfing at friends' houses, and it's not always very comfortable because a lot of times it winds up being with people I don't know very well, and things turn out missing. Horrible things happen. This is just so frustrating for me because I feel like I have these visions of ways to solve a lot of these problems. There's like a lot of things that are kind of like not connecting. I know a lot of people are really trying hard to help put an end to a lot of this horrible stuff that's happening, the homelessness and the people on the streets and the people it's totally whacked out of their brain. I've never seen San Francisco this bad, never. It's just tragic. I've lived here before and have been around here many times, and I've never seen as many homeless people and people with mental illness just running around with no services. And constantly having to look over my back because people are stealing from me every single chance that they get. And then to have the police do this on top of it, whoo, it's rough. It's really rough. But I feel like I have some solutions that might meet some of the needs in a way that is going to be approachable. A lot of people say, well, why don't you just go get a job, and you have a place to live, and it's really not that easy. First of all, it's like, especially if you have a tent. Let's say you have a tent. You have your stuff in the tent. This is all you have. So if you leave the tent even for a little while, there's a good chance that someone's going to come along and steal your stuff. Unless you have somebody watching it when you have to pay to have your stuff babysat all day. So, it's like going out to get a job. Okay, so you'd have to go through a job interview. So you got to contact the person, come up with a resume. Good luck finding a computer, and go in for the job interview with what clothes? Your clothes are getting robbed all the time. Cell phone for them to contact you back. Yeah, those get robbed too. I've just been robbed repeatedly for especially cell phones. It's really sad. It's tragic. So I'm going to continue on with this, and I'm going to charge my phone and continue on a little bit later. I have a lot to say about this. I really hope it's going to open some eyes, and it's really sad what's going on out here. This got to change. All right, I'll get back to you soon.